Hi, I'm Cindy Kruger, and today I'm going to show you how to run your period end in Legal Suite. So once you've captured everything for your month and you're ready to go and finalize your month, you're going to run a period end. To access a period end, you click on the Special Batches icon, and you go to the very last option which says period end. The system's going to come up with a few things that you need to have run before you run your period end. One is charge interest, so that's the interest charged on overdue accounts. 2 is consolidation, so if you have consolidated accounts, you need to make sure that you run your consolidation. And 3 is your trust transfer. The reason for your trust transfer is that the trust transfer balances your control accounts. So if you don't do it and you print your age analysis and your trial balance, there'll be a difference between your debtors control and the debit balances, and a difference between your trust creditors and the credit age analysis. So I've run my options, I'll say OK. Now you'll see that the period end has 3 tabs: matter, creditors, and business. Each tab is numbered, so we're simply going to go through and we're going to click on each number to print the report or create the invoices. So step number 1 is create invoices. The system will run through all the matters to see which matters have invoices waiting for it. You can also see that it says unconsolidated matters at the top, so it will show you any unconsolidated matters. You can then create the consolidation here on the screen. So I'm going to go create invoices, and I'm going to set to all, but you can then select if you only want to do for certain clients or certain matters. You can drop down and you can say select or tagged options. You can do that. I'm going to create for all. The system will run through and it will tell you how many invoices and how many statements have been created. Invoices are created when there's new financial transactions posted on the matter, and statements are created when there's just an outstanding balance on that matter, so it creates a statement for you. So you say OK, and that's the invoices created. Now you're going to go to print, and you'll see under processes created, it tells you completed, it tells you what you've done, which steps you've done. So we're going to go to print invoices, and in this screen you can filter how you want to by clicking on the filter option. So let's say, for example, we want to view the current period's invoices, and you say OK. It will then run through and it will show you just the invoices that were created in this period. You can then either print these invoices or you can email your invoices. So that's how we do the print invoices, and you'll see it says invoices printed. Next step is our debit age analysis. Now you'll see it's got a little star in front of the debit, and you'll see down at the bottom it says required. You will not be able to post your period end unless you print these required reports out. The reason being is you can never get the aging and the balance, the aging on your matters. Once you've posted your period end, everything ages. So what's current becomes 30 days, what's 30 days becomes 60 days, etc. So it's very important that you print these reports out. So if you click on number 3, I'm going to set my destination to Excel. You can use various options, but I'm going to use Excel. What's nice about Excel is you can save the report, so you can have a folder on your machine that's just got all the financial reports in it, and you can save this Excel spreadsheet, and you say OK. The system will run through, and the Excel spreadsheet will be on your bottom toolbar. And this now shows me the total of my matters in debit. So this figure here should equal my debtors control and my trial balance. And the next option is to print the credit age analysis. So this is a list of your trust creditors. So we go credit age analysis, also to Excel. And you'll see that, and on the bottom toolbar, you'll see that the total in trust here is 10,100. But what you have to do is you have to look at the invested as well. So the total of your actual plus your invested must equal your trust creditors control and your trial balance. Next option is the matter balances report. If you print this report, what it will show you is it will show you down at the bottom, it will show you total trust and total business, and if you have a transfer due on that matter at this time. But on our example, we've got no trust to business transfer. Next is your matter investments report. So we're going to say all, and it will run through and it will show you what matters you have invested. So in this instance, I've only got one matter that's got 15,000 Rand invested in the investment account Standard Bank. So now we've finished all the processes under matters, we now go to creditors. And under the creditors, you have 3 steps. You don't have to do 1 and 2. So only if you create remittances and you send those remittances to your creditors you have to do 1 and 2. So I'm going to go create, and it'll run through, and in my instance I've got 1 remittance that was created. Now we go to print the remittances, and you'll see that it will show you all the new remittances that's been created. You can then go and print these remittances out, or you can go and email them. So I'm just going to show you, I'm going to preview the highlighted remittance to show you what it looks like. Okay, and then you go to print age analysis. This is once again a required report, so you print the age analysis, and if you go down here it will show you any creditors that you have and what the total in the creditors age analysis. Then you go to the business tab. So here you got your following steps: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1 is to print your trial balance. This report shows your income and expenditure as well as your balance sheet information. So we're going to go print trial balance, okay, and it will show you your trial balance accounts, your income and expenditure, and your balance sheet accounts. Remember, we had 10,154 cents and we had 15,000 Rand. That must equal the 2,554 cents that's here, as well as if we go and we look at our debtors control, that equals the 46,179.50, which is what was our list of our business debtors. You then go, you can print your income and expenditure separate, so it will just show you your income and expense accounts. And then you can print your balance sheet items separately, so it will show you all your balance sheet items. Okay. And then this firm analysis is a nice report. It shows you an overview of your account. So if we print this one, it just warns you that it might take a long time to create. So you'll just wait for this to run. I've got very little data on my legal suite, so it will take a little bit. So here, if you go down to the bottom, it will show you your net profit and loss for which periods. It will show you the profit balances. It will show you your attorney checklist, which shows you your matters and debtors debit and your debtors account and your trust creditors. It will show you your trust banks, your investment banks, any bank reconciliation. So you'll see that it shows you a nice overview of your firm and where you're currently sitting at the moment with all your financial figures. Okay, we're not saving that. And then the last one is a bank reconciliation. This just allows you to go through and make sure that your bank recons have been balanced and reconciled and cleared before you run your month end. Okay, so now we've finished all these processes here. We're now ready to post our period end. So you can go to your post icon. It's going to give you your period, what is the date that you logged into the program, and it's going to tell you exactly what's going to be done. So you say okay, and it's going to ask, do you want to post your period end? And it's also doing my year end because I'm in period 12, and you'll say okay. And that's how the period end is completed in Legal Suite.